Hello there, Exile. After the knowledge I learned about recombinators, it's time to put it to good use. In this video, I'll show you the most efficient way to attempt to get +1 to fire skill gems, together with the damage over time multiplier on an amulet. This method will give us around an 80% chance of keeping the +1 fire, and around a 66% chance to keep the damage over time multiplier, and together is roughly a 52% chance of success. The first step, you are gonna acquire an amulet base of your choice, but it must be item level 82 or above in order to have a chance to roll damage over time multiplier. Once you settle on the base, in my example, I'll be using a marble amulet. We're gonna alteration augment until we hit, in my case, I'm okay with T3 or above damage over time multiplier. Keep in mind, while rolling for the damage over time multiplier, you could hit +1 fire or +1 all skill gems mod that could sell for a lot of currency. So keep that in mind while rolling for it. This is the boring part. It should be around 160 for the T3 or better damage over time multiplier mod. Once you hit the mod, you're gonna check if it has an open prefix. In our case, it doesn't. The fact that it doesn't hinder us that much, because we're gonna look for that specific mod to block on the +1 fire we are planning to buy. Now I'm gonna show you how to look for it on the trade. We are going to look for amulets not corrupted with the +1 to all fire skill gems, and we are gonna look for the mod we got as the prefix, the maximum energy shield in our case. But if you get something else or none, like in this case, I'm gonna highlight and show how to proceed from this spot. You're gonna search for that mod specifically for the increased maximum energy shield. I forgot to put the open suffix and one open prefix. These are mandatory, sadly. And we're gonna stop when we see a base that we are happy with. But sadly, we got a somewhat rare prefix to work with. This looks decent enough, and I think it's good enough. Let's see if there is any better. If not, we're gonna settle on this one. Now that we settled on the base, we're gonna check if the person that listed it is gonna sell it to us. It seems he does, or she. Now that we got the base and the recombinator, we just have to recombinate. In this case, the only thing that not having a prefix is doing for us is letting us search for a wider pool of amulets, since we are not blocked by searching for the prefix as well, together with the open prefix, open suffix, and the fire to all skill gems. Because of that, we can buy almost any amulet that has a prefix, in this case mana, that can be crafted. After we did this setup with 2 prefixes, 2 suffixes, the prefix is both on the damage over time amulet and the +1 fire. 2 suffixes because you don't want to overlap suffixes when doing the recombination. Once we are in this spot, we are free to recombine. I have here 5 of the same examples. This one has Fizz Leech and damage over time together with +1 fire Fizz Leech and 2 suffixes. This one has Fizz 2 attacks, +1 fire and 2 suffixes together with Fizz 2 attacks damage over time multiplier. This one has Lightning 2 attacks +1 fire with 2 suffixes together with Lightning 2 attacks and damage over time multiplier. Now we're gonna recombine all of them to see if it is really 53% odds of getting fire and damage over time multiplier on the same item. It started well, it seems. Sadly, we don't have an open prefix to craft life, but that's the way it goes. We are 2 for 2 now. This one missed, but it was expected. You can hit them all. And the last one. It seems we got lucky and hit. In this case, 4 out of 5, which is a statistical anomaly. But the odds are around 53% of success. Once you are done with the Recombinator, you can look at the item to see if it has an open prefix. And you can craft life in this case. This one sadly doesn't have an open prefix, but you can craft any suffix you would want, like +1 frenzy, whatever suffix you'd like. This one has 2 open suffixes and 1 open prefix. You can multi-mod life and the +1 frenzy on this one if you'd like to. And the last one has an open prefix to craft life. For those of you who are still here, I wanna say I really appreciate it. And if somehow the video helped you in any way, I would like to hear about it in the comments. If you are looking forward for the next currency making strat or RF budget crafting guide, leave a like and feel free to subscribe. Thank you, and I hope your Recombinators always hit +1 fire and damage over time multiplier.